The Red Cauldron, a 1.3 kilometre roller coaster slicing through the red earth. To win here, you must be perfect every time. No hesitation, full commitment. Maximum attack. Welcome to the FIA World Rallycross Championship from Nyirád in Hungary.
What a brilliant backdrop. You can see the track down there underneath the drone. Our studio's just up, I was going to say on the right, but you can see the studio now. Look at this. What a backdrop. And what a beautiful face alongside me, Andreas Bakkerud. Welcome back. I know you were there the whole time in Portugal. You visited us in Höljes as well. You were busy racing in Höljes.
Yeah.
No racing this weekend.
I was jumping back from the car, from the team, running the team, driving the car, into the studio, back to the car, into the car, racing. Yeah, it's nice to be here in the studio. Just studio.
Awesome. Well, we've got a track map on our guest desk here. We're going to have a look at the track map for you guys as well, so you can take a look at the layout here at Nyirád Racing Centre. So off the start, the blue sections of the dirt, and then it's onto the pavement section, the tarmac through a left-hander over a crest, a tight left, then there's a strip of tarmac up the middle, up to the top, which is top left of your screen there. Then it's downhill over a mixture of gravel and tarmac, super committed, and Andreas, quite a technical joker and end to the lap, which you can see right here.
It is. It's very slippery going into it, especially when it's water, and it's also very tight in the merge.
Yeah, going to be super tricky for the drivers. We're looking forward to everybody getting full send down there. Oh, we're back. Good. We're waiting for the graphic, both standing here like a pair of newsreaders. We're not really like newsreaders, though, are we? Let's be honest.
I'm going to point in, this is an epic venue. Proper rallycross, loads of elevation. This track has all the camber, off camber, on camber, loads of bumps that it's hard to see on the TV. Makes it very challenging for the drivers and teams.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue, it really is. You're looking at, from right to left, Dominic Senegacnik, Andre Souza, Levente Couture, and Rogerio Souza on the outside. Andreas, first corner, pretty important here in terms of getting there first if you can.
It is, and as you can see on the TV footage, the gravel there in the background, it's kind of, it's just watered like 8-10 minutes ago. It's very hard to judge the braking into turn 1 when it's watered. Like, the water doesn't really go through the gravel in a very short time here, so it stays on top, which makes it very, very hard to judge.
Super slippery.
Yeah.
We had a new graphic top left of the screen a moment ago, which you might have caught sight of as well, which gives us the average Joker lap from free practice earlier is around 4.0. We're in qualifying 1. It's the first of 4 qualifying sessions. Each of those qualifying sessions equals points. What do points mean? Not prizes. They mean positions in the intermediate classification. The top 12 go through to the semi-final. The top 3 from each of those will go through to the final. We're getting ready to race for the first time for round 3 here in Hungary. Senegacnik on the inside, best start looked like Souza from slot number 2 gets away and will try and shut the door, but Senegacnik still up the inside. Souza goes late on the brakes, has the inside line, and then through this section, which Andreas yesterday was saying is super slippery. Senegacnik now gets alongside and moves up into P2 here, should be able to come around the outside. Wow, they're loud as they come past the commentary position behind us.
They really are. I mean, Andre Souza had a great start, tried to overtake
Senegacnik had a look up the inside, yeah, a little bit of contact between them. Andreas, you were saying, weren't you, that the different surfaces here as well, the grip levels changed massively.
Yeah, it has, and the gravel is going to be more and more dry, let's say. You get down to the concrete underneath the gravel. Right now, when it dries up, it will be dusty for a while, and the grip will come eventually. It will go quicker and quicker. It's going to be a benefit to be in the last heats, but the track looks in mint condition right now.
This is coming up just behind us now. This section here, Andreas was saying the concrete is really slippery. Now, this key part here, we're watching the World RX drivers, the black strip of tarmac in the middle seems to be key to lap time.
Yeah, and it's very crucial because it's slight uphill, but a very, very fast section. Senegacnik having a look on the inside here.
He's gone up the inside, Souza ran wide, and that's exactly what we're saying about different surfaces there, completely with the loose and the tar. Senegacnik looked racy anyway. I thought he would have gone Joker if he hadn't there. And from P3, Couture has now gone Joker as well. Top left of your screen, you see the bar lights up.
Rogerio is coming on the inside here.
Is he going to get him?
No, I don't know.
No, going to lose out. Did you race Super 1600 here?
Yeah, I won here in 2000. Oh, this is way 2012.
2012.
Yes.
Mate, we're getting old.
No, I'm getting younger. You're getting old.
So Senegaknik now putting a little gap on Sousa behind. Sousa will be disappointed.
Very crucial this turn 2 to get the car straight, to get a good exit from the and up to turn 3 and 4, and the braking into turn 4, which is here, is so important to get up on the curb, get rotated the car, stay on the tarmac, not run wide on the loose surface, which we saw Andreas Sousa do.
Do you think Sousa made a mistake there? Because to me, his line was slightly different. Senegaknik nearly got up the inside on the previous lap.
Yeah, he was there giving him a little, you know, I'm here.
Yeah,
and I think Sousa reacted to that, braked a little bit too late, didn't hit the curb on the inside, ran wide and hit the gravel.
A knock on the door it was. Yeah, it was a little knock on the door.
A corner which is super hard as well is the last corner here. It's such a slow corner, you kind of have to stop and then go again. It looks like Senegaknik to me have nailed every lap, like he's driving super consistently and really well here today. Using the full width of the track as well, I really notice up through turn 1 and 2, he allows the car to run right out to the barrier, doesn't he, which some of the other drivers aren't doing. Yeah. Got to do a good Joker here. We think the Joker is 4.0. That was the average Joker time for RX3. We can give you the average Joker time from every session now with some of the tech we've got here at World Rallycross. So he should have enough because it was 5.3 back to Couture. Couture's on the inside line, and as you can see, he comes out nicely in front. So checker flag is out for Senegaknik through the double right-hander. In the background, Sousa gets just in front of the other Sousa, Rogerio Sousa at the back of the pack, but good drive by Senegaknik. Yeah, it was a clean, nice 4 laps. Okay, he lost a little bit in traffic the first lap, but after that he was flawless. It's 26 degrees here, air temperature, 27 track. Actually, there's a bit of cloud cover and a slight breeze. Yeah. It was hot this morning. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, it feels better now. Yeah. Yeah. But tomorrow morning, if you really want to see me and Andreas sweat, there's Senegaknik there, 3:27.4. Then tune in for Q3 and Q4 tomorrow because the sun will be directly in the commentary box. So I will be putting some high sun factor on my legs. It was really hot. The fans, if you look around this place, the Cauldron, they've all got their tents up. Look at the left-hand side of your shot. There are tents the whole way around this incredible circuit. Senegaknik there with a move up the inside off the start. This was one of the earlier merges. I love the Joker. You have to commit early to get in there quick. I remember 2011, Timmy Chano, Ildarrak Matuling, and I think Mats Lysen, 3 cars wide in the exit of the Joker, ran into each other, parts everywhere. Carnage. Yeah. Good drive by Senegaknik. The Joker, when you exit the Joker, you are on the inside line, aren't you, which helps? Yeah, it does. And at the end of the day, the regular line has the priority. So coming from the Joker, you kind of have to give room. Vaclav Tuma, Joao Ribeiro, Samuel Kovacs and Ritis Gerklis in this one. Gerklis had a great weekend last time, of course, in Höljes. Won a session, ended up winning the final as well. Weather conditions were tricky. Niklas Gronholm's going to come and join us. He can come into the commentary box. The championship leader. Yeah, world championship leader. Don't worry, mate, take your time. So Tuma on the inside line. The best start was from P number 2 last time, which is where Joao Ribeiro is, and the same again, Andreas. So slot number 2 on the grid's looking good. Ribeiro gets to turn 1 first, gets a little nudge, but that's where you don't want to be. You don't want to be in the pack, you want to be out front. Oh, Tuma, I think it is in the background, sideways on the brakes, but they're in a line as they come behind us. You can probably hear that at home, the noise through the mics here. I mean, Joao Ribeiro is kind of, I don't know the word for it in English, but he's kind of become the leader of the RX3 this year and this season. He's very stable at the top, always up there fighting. Great starts, great launches, good on tarmac, good on gravel. He was runner-up last year, and he had a brilliant weekend in Portugal. He had a clean sweep, so he had all 4 sessions TQ semi in the final. But in Höljes, he didn't make it through to the final. He struggled more in Höljes, and especially that weather we had there was hard. Was very hard. And the man in P2, Gerklis, was the man who won in the atrocious weather at Höljes, and we've got a man next to us who can talk to us about weather, among other things. Niklas, the weather here is a bit nicer. I prefer this. I was thinking your answer would be, I don't know, I am not a I can't even say that word. Was that your dad?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was. And then Kalle repeated it to him when your dad was interviewing him, which was brilliant. You've been out this morning, you lead the World Championship, you come with a few points over Johan. You and Clara are both looking strong this morning. How are you feeling going into the racing later?
Yeah, feeling good. Obviously, it's not ideal to start P3. That's a little bit nervous how that's going to play out, but yeah, it's going to be fun racing.
You can never see that you're nervous, but it's good that you say it, because like for those of you back home, turn 1 here it's gnarly. You know, as a driver, it's tight. Like I said earlier, when they water the track a little bit, it's very hard to judge the braking zone into turn 1. Being on the outside like Niklas is in a crucial heat, he's fighting against Johan in the championship. He would like to beat him off the line.
Just looking at this, look, Joao Ribeiro, they're thinking he might lose the lead here to Kovacs. It's within 1/10 of a second, 0.059.
It's definitely going to be tight.
Yeah, so Ribeiro doesn't go. Gerklis goes from P2. Now, Gerklis was only 0.2 back. This would be a good indicator. Kovacs should get there before him, according to our predictor. They were saying 4, and look at the difference. That's what I mean, though. He's on the outside line. He goes to the inside. Oh, contact for Gerklis up there. What do you think, Andreas?
Kovacs had a very bad turn 8. He just dropped a wheel on the outside on the loose part and struggled with big understeer and didn't get an exit. Normally he should beat Gerklis in the exit there.
Oh, Gerklis nearly in the wall on the exit of turn 1. There is no more room than that. He almost runs a tyre out to it. Kovacs now all over the back of it, but Ribeiro's gap looks like it's gone up. So Ribeiro's gap is 4.3. So actually that's worked out perfectly. We thought Ribeiro might lose the lead, and now the little battle, Niklas, it looks like he'll hold on.
Yeah, like you saw, it's not, you know, small battle there in the end at the merge. You know, what is it? Over 1 second. So, yeah, getting into the hands of Ribeiro.
I wonder if Gerklis has any issues, because he's dropped a lot of speed and his car looks very nervous.
Gone up by
last
8
lap
tenths.
now.
Maybe he did tap the wall up on the exit. Went up by 8 tenths, but Ribeiro takes it. Crosses line 325.2, goes fastest so far. So could Kovacs have gone quicker if he wasn't in that little battle with Gerklis? Gerklis, Andreas said earlier, in theory, the normal line has the right of way, but the nice thing here on the Joker is you're on the inside. So yeah, you have to give right of way, but if you're alongside, you don't have to. And so, yeah, Ribeiro with the win and the fastest time so far. Andreas Bakkerud's going to head on out and have a wander around the paddock. Niklas Gronholm's with me just for the moment. I appreciate you will have to get going at some point, Niklas. So this was turn 2. Look, I get why you're a bit nervous about turn 1. When you are the championship leader, do you take a different approach to stuff? It's only a short season. We wouldn't normally be asking at round number 3, but it's the halfway point in the season. Yeah,
exactly. And you know, the win is so important. And all the points come from the finals. You have to put yourself in a good position going into the semi and final. So we can't really just back down. We have to fight in every race, in every heat, but also at the same time stay clever. But it's not easy. I was going to say that's the hardest balance, isn't it? You want to commit, you want to get to turn 1 first, but if you're not going to get there, you go, okay, I'll give this up because I don't want to tear a wheel off and get a 0 qualifying points. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's tricky. And I think also looking from the TV, you can't see how steep the turn 1 is. It's almost 90 degrees. Yeah, and really tight. And it's
it gets narrower too. And there's a crest in the middle of it. It's quite technical. Well, we saw there from the driver who ran wide, I forget who it was, Gerklis, nearly tapped the wall. And just because you go over the crest, the car gets unsettled. Yeah, and it's so dusty outside the racing line. So you drop a wheel there and you're gone. And at least it's not, you know, a few tenths, and in the start it can, you know, mean that you're last. So it's super tricky, and you can't really make a plan. Maybe some tracks you can go around the outside or try something, but here, we'll see. All right, let's take a look at the next one then. The grid is on your screens, as you can see. Balázs Komocsi on the outside, Libor Tejes, Nicholas Gellins and Tamás Vech on the inside, so the outside line. I must say thank you as well to 2 very kind Hungarians. One is the local commentator and another a fan who took the time to send me voice notes of how to pronounce each of the drivers' names. The Hungarians are well aware that their language is they said it themselves, quite tough, and British people are not great at languages. Thank you for your kindness, really appreciate it. I will do my best, I promise. Top top left of your screen, 4.0 is the average joker. We saw from the last race that is about right. Höljes is in the favoured grid slot from the last 2 races, but doesn't get away this time. Gelens on the outside in the red and blue looks to have got the best start, but on the inside line, Komocsi goes late on the brakes. Gelens gets pushed out a little wide. Got the best start, and is going to end up P3 here on the exit. If he's not careful, he's going to be P4, hold to P3. So Gelens, although he got away from the line well, Niklas, that's what you're talking about, stay out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Look, he had almost one car length in the start, but couldn't turn in. It's tricky.
And is that where you're starting from, slot number 3?
Yes.
So we need a mega start.
Exactly.
Niklas Gronon wants a mega start in this next one, and I totally understand that. On the screen there, you can see the joker lap on the left, standard lap on the right. And I don't think as well you'd see the drop here from the joker down. The TV again kills that drop, and it's quite steep.
It is. I love the joker. It's really nice. I think in practice you could feel that there actually is grip to send the car, so I think we're going to see some good slides.
Yeah, no, I really like it too. I think the other thing I like about the joker is that to get a good one you have to be really committed, but then that also means you can make a mistake. There's an elevation change, so it's a proper challenge.
It is.
We like it when the drivers are challenged. I think they should be challenged on every joker. They only take it once. Remember, 1 joker in every race for every driver through qualifying, the semis and the finals if you're new to the series. The commitment through there as well. You're so close to this barrier on the left. It feels fast in the car.
It feels really fast. And like you said, you need commitment. You need to trust that the car just turns in. It's very high speed. Also, again, you can't see the elevation difference. It's you load the front a lot because it's going downhill, and I don't know how much speed we're carrying, and it's and again after that you need to stay on the clean line going down the gravel. So it's a tricky spot.
So only one driver has jokered. Beck at the back. Höljes in P2 has got the quickest lap. That's what the little purple indicator means. Komocsi is super close on the inside to the barriers. Gelens coming through in P3. So we know the gap is about 4. To be fair, Beck is a long way off the back at 10.4, so probably isn't going to... Look at that, Komocsi backing it in. Time lost or not? Front-wheel drive, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Normally it's not the fastest with front-wheel drive, but...
It's fun to look at. I see Höljes, unfortunately, has got a really, really good joker from P2, but now as Gelens in the wait, so we'll want to try and find a way through. We can stay close and apply some pressure through the double left-hander up at the top here. Just see again the tiniest little slides as they come over that, and now looks to the outside line.
Yeah.
No way through. Can he find it? We saw a pass up here in the double left-hander in the first race of this session. Joker Predictor says that...
let's have a look.
Yeah, little nudge.
Not enough.
So they're saying Komocsi will still lose it, but I think Höljes is going to get...
the gap went up with 1 second.
Yeah.
These guys fighting.
Yeah, Niklas with the driver's eye view takes one look at the timing screen. It's gone up by 3/10 since they crossed our line. Komocsi doesn't get the best joker though, and comes out just in front. So I reckon the predictor is bang on at 4.0. We take the average data from the previous session to predict the joker time. So that was done from earlier on. Komocsi crosses the line to 3:25.7, is half a second slower than Ribeiro. So Ribeiro wins the session. Great stuff from RX3. Stay with us because we've got Euro RX1 and we've got, of course, World RX coming up soon. Take a look at the results from that one. We've got Komocsi with the win from Höljes, Gelens and Vey. We've got another Finn coming to join us in here as well. I'm going to give him a headset to put on and we'll have a chat with him in a moment. He's heading up to do his other job, which is spotting and so on. So here we are, we're just fixing something for Niklas. There we go. Little phone back on, thank you. We've got a couple of engineers helping out. Brilliant job by the guys here. Everybody on the TV team and the organising team working in super hot conditions here in Hungary. Toppy Hakenin joins us. We'll bring him in just a moment. If you're a long-time viewer of World RX, you'll be very familiar with Thomas, the legend. He's back.
He's back, yeah. Probably I was a bit weak on after the Lousada. Johan was calling me on Monday, so probably I'm a bit addicted people. Johan was calling on Monday. I was so weak that I said yes. And now I've been in Höljes and now in here in Nyirád.
So that's it. You're a full-timer basically.
Yes. Now back in the business.
Yeah, okay, back in business. So back in business for Komocsi as well. Good run to P2. Just looking back at Komochi, qualified 7th and 8th at the previous 2 rounds, so if he can continue with that performance here, he'll do well. There we are, crowds up in the grandstands. These are your standings after Q1. Remember, 4 qualifying sessions. You've got Ribeiro, Komochi and Höljes are your top 3. Go on, what do you got? What do you want me to adjust, Toppy?
Yeah, I only heard the voices from the track.
Too much track?
Yeah, I think I kind of can't hear you at all.
So let me turn the track down. How's that?
That's good.
Is that better?
It's a bit better, yes.
It's a bit better. I can turn it down more. Do you want me to turn it down more? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, this one at the top. This one here is that. Yes, I turn that there. I'm teaching the boys television whilst being live on there. We've got a lot of switches here, and we're very lucky to have these guys come and join us in the box every now and then. We get to have a chat with them, so very much appreciate it. So joining me here in the commentary box in Hungary for round 3 of World Rallycross, we've got Toppy Heikkinen in the middle, Toppy and Niklas Connor on the outside. 2 legends of World Rallycross. Toppy, how many wins did you get?
Me?
Yeah.
I have won only a couple of times in Belgium, right?
Mete was,
yes.
Mete was the first season. I remember you were the 6th different winner in 6 events. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Remember 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good years.
Yeah, man. You were with EKS then, I think?
No, it's Markland Polo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Mate,
yeah.
Good times.
It was a good times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was flying. We're getting old and yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, can we persuade you to come back or no?
Yeah, I'm enjoying coming back. It's like I have been missing the sport just a long time, but there's something to do in Finland at the moment. But the sport is great. You know, Lousada was one of the, in a long time, it was just a great event to watch from telly. And honestly, I was so weak on Monday that I couldn't say no anymore.
So I'm here.
So I'm here.
He still loves the sport.
Yeah.
So another man who loves the sport, of course, is Andreas Bakkerud, who we sent into the paddock because I've got wonderful guests here. So let's go down and find out where Andreas is.
As I walked into Team RX Racing here with Patrick, I saw you playing cards with your girlfriend and better half, Ella. Is that the right way to prep for a race?
Yeah, well, we're struggling, of course. We got the live stream up and we're watching the live stream, but at the same time, we've had some issues with the V-Box. Of course, it wasn't running in the first practice, and you mentioned that earlier in the paddock walk, and then in the second practice, again, we had the exact same issue. So we're not entirely sure what it was, because I pressed the record button this time, but it just didn't record. So we've got not much data to watch from. We've got the GoPros, and there's some cameras inside the car, but it's quite hard to see, and it's difficult to compare data. Of course, you're just dealing with speculation at that point. There's no facts. There's no hardcore facts of the lines going up and down. So you can say something looks quick, and you can try and time it on your phone, but there's not much point. Once you look through it a couple of times, you kind of just got to then reset, think about what you want to do for the race, and kind of get into the focus and into the rhythm for it.
What do you take from Lousada and Höljes? How can you strike back here in Hungary to get back where I've seen you before? I feel you have been struggling in the early part of the season. It's been challenging, different tracks, different grip, different weather. What's your take here in Hungary? How are you going to strike back?
I'm not the typical racing driver. I don't usually like to make excuses. I'm quite hard on myself and quite fair, but of course in Portugal in the first event, I missed the pre-season test. It was a massive disadvantage going in, not having a clue where the track was going and only having 8 laps to try and catch up. The same with Juha. Of course, we spent most of that weekend on the back, and of course there's could be EOT, we don't entirely know. But then moving into Höljes, I was like, mint, this is going to be a good track. I like this track. I've had success here. And then bang, the rain hits. But no, I think this track will be good. You know, high grip. I'm looking forward to it. It's a track I love, so just going to get out there and send it.
Thank you.
So there we go, Andreas Bakkerud down with Patrick O'Donnell, who's running internal combustion. One other driver in the World Championship, of course, is your driver, Juha Rutkinen. You guys, I know everybody feels confident that the internal combustion car is good here. You've got Toppy's here about to go spotting. That's why he's got extra headphones and things. How are you guys feeling about the chances?
I feel that there is a good chances for this car in this weekend, especially on the gravel. It's the car is quick. We see from the split times that the EV cars are quick on the tarmac, but all the rest of the sectors that there is good chance. You had some issues in the morning. He couldn't run many laps. Probably it's the first time Juha is here, so it's taking some time. It's probably one of the trickiest track to learn. Yeah. Because it's so not narrow, but it's the concrete walls everywhere. Everywhere.
So committed.
So you need to be so you need to build probably the trust before you can really push hard. But I hope that it comes, and I hope that we can put some sticks behind the wheels for those.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that.
not for the Finns, but for the
others,
yeah.
but not for the Finns.
Yeah.
I know you need to go, Toppy. Go and get yourself up to the tower. We're going to head down to Andreas, who is with Clara Anderson. No, we're not. We're not going into Andreas. No, we've changed our minds. Okay, bye, Andreas. That's fine. We are going back down to Andreas, so he's ready this time. See you in a minute.
I'm still here with Clara, and Clara, you look quick this morning. I mean, P2 in practice, that was great to see. What's your take on the weekend, and like, are we going to see you on like at the end of the show on the podium?
I hope so. It was a good feeling in the warm-up. I struggled in Sweden, and in Portugal the pace was good, but just couldn't get it done. But for sure, I hope to have some better result this weekend.
Thank you, Clara.
Niklas, Clara obviously doing really well today, feeling good.
Yeah, I think she's really stepped up since Sweden, and maybe found the better setup for her now for this track, and she was already quick last year, so I think it's just it's great to have both cars up there fighting. So yeah, we'll see how Q1 plays out, but for sure at the moment we're looking strong.
All right, mate, wishing you the best of luck in turn 1. Send it, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Niklas Gronholm. Brilliant to have him up in the commentary box with us. Rennie Munich, Laszlo Kiss, Mandy August and Yuri Belevsky, and this Belevsky leads the championship and gets a great start from the outside row. They're equal to him inside, but Belevsky cuts across with a better line into turn 1, and Yuri Belevsky with a clear hole shot. Niklas Gronholm is running back to his car. Thank him so much for coming and joining us in commentary here. He's got to go and get down. It's a long way down to the pre-grid here in Nyirád. So Belevsky with a good start. Belevsky had a shocker in Höljes, was down in P13 going into Q4, managed to get up into the top 12, scraped it to the semis, scraped it to the final, and then in just the worst weather ever, he managed to take the win. So it was a great job by Belevsky, who is your championship leader with 2 wins. Oh, no carnage. So Belevsky's been collected, turn around. Munich gets through just as I look down. Andreas Bakkerud is on his way back in. Oh, that is an absolute shocker. Mandy August comes from the Joker and into P2. Kiss has gone round, spins it back on the gas, just as I was saying that Belevsky was in a better place. He's been turned around. We'll have to look at the replays. As I said, I just looked down at my notes to see. And I missed what happened in the incident, and unfortunately I'm on my own in here at the minute. Andreas is coming back online now. Here he is. Andreas, welcome back, mate. I didn't see what... Munich's pulled over. So Munich's got a technical issue. Mandy August leads now. So August leads. So Belevsky, Andreas, got the best start, was leading. I looked up to see as you were coming in, and then looked down at my notes, missed it. He got turned around. So whether he dropped it or was turned around, I don't know. We'll find out.
It looked like Munich had a puncture left front.
Goes Joker now. Belevsky. Incredible drive, we say, to recover last time out, but this is not what he needed here. Mandy August gets a little bit wide on the standard lap.
Yuri was super quick on practice. He was right up there, quickest in both sessions. He's got the speed this weekend.
Yeah, so he's on it. He's on a mission.
He is.
So Mandy August leads. Belevsky's gone from that P2 to take the Joker. We know that Laszlo Kiss is a long way back thanks to those incidents in the last corner. It was in, where was it, turn 8, on the inside in turn 8 was where Belevsky got turned around. He's going to close down. What are his lap times like? He's doing 49s, but one of those was his Joker. So his lap times, we haven't got a lap time to compare. He was turned around in the first one, joking on the second one, but he should close this down. Yeah,
he's catching a lot here on Mandy. Down the hill, you need to carry so much speed and momentum. Mandy a little bit wide in the hairpin turn 8.
Where does he pass, Andreas? Because obviously they both jokered. Where do you just... and he might get a chance here. August is a bit wide again. He's just got to wait for an opportunity, hasn't he?
Actually, I spoke with Johan about it this morning, and he said, it's hard to overtake on this track, mate. If you don't win the start, you need to play your part right on the Joker strategy and so on. So I'm gutted for Yuri that Mandy didn't go Joker, but I don't think she has...
She's gone already. She's gone. So she went earlier.
Yeah,
you weren't in the box. Andreas wasn't in the box. She went when they all had their carnage and lead. So August could take a qualifying win here.
He could go around the outside, but he's very, very loose in this area. So
I think just sit tight. Yeah, she ran wide, and he will have seen her run wide in this one before. Does he look to the inside? She runs wide again, and Belevsky's wise to it. Yuri Belevsky slots up the inside, the championship leader. Good recovery drive, but not the way he would have wanted to start the day. That might not be enough to win the session with the spin earlier on. I suspect it won't be. 3:21.5. Great result for Mandy August as well, driving under pressure from the leader of the European Championship. Right, we need to see the replay of what happened in that corner, Andreas, and you can talk us through that. Let's have a look at the result.
I'm also keen to see what happened with him, because that car normally is a beast off the line.
He was in the same incident. All three of them were tied up in the same incident. 3:21.5 for Belevsky. So he wins the session, or wins the race, sorry, first of the session, but with the issues that they had out on track, they definitely lost time. So this is the incident. Where is that? That's August going joker on that one. Belevsky, he dropped it on his own. I literally looked away for a split second. He dropped it on his own.
Yeah.
So Munich got around the outside, didn't lose any time. Here's another angle. Here you go.
Reversed into case afterwards.
Look at this.
He did it again.
That was the same one, different angle. Look at that.
Looks so, steering, what's it called? Steering pump. Steering, electric steering.
Think?
Yeah, he couldn't turn back.
So Belevsky Kiss has to spin the car around to get back out. So that's where all the time was lost. And that's what, 5, 6, 7 seconds. There are enough strong drivers in this series that it's not going to be enough to win the session. Yeah. This is playing into Litvinovic's hands, which is P2 in the championship, coming up here in the next heat. Sorry. P3, yeah, Limitainen, yeah, Limitainen is in it. So both, Belevsky won both, didn't he? Limitainen was P3 at both of the previous rounds. There's 14 points between them. It's a healthy lead, but Belevsky was so close to not make it through. Remember, later on today, we're going to have the second qualifying session here from Hungary. There's a massive crane with a load of people in it right up above the circuit. Look at that, Andreas.
That is crazy.
Are they bungee jumping? Would you do that? You would, wouldn't you?
Tommy Kairai runs a big transport company with big units. So I think he is...
So he's bought a crane in and put his mate... I mean, that is the best seat in the house. I know you guys can't see it. If they drop a bit lower, they'll drop into the back of the grid shot. But they're right up on a crane at the top of the circuit. That's fantastic. Tamas Karai, Horvath. Then you've got Litvinovic and Trepak on the inside. Karai sponsoring this event. The Karai Trans World RX of Hungary. Thank you to him. All that support is needed for these series. Does he?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You drove here a couple of years ago for him, didn't you? So,
I did.
Right, let's see if he can get away from the line nicely. Say Trepak, Litvinovic, Horvath and Karai. Looked like a good start for Karai. They maybe had to kick the clutch on the inside. Trepak is going to get to turn one first. And Trepak, Andreas, is in one of your old cars.
Yeah, GCK made 3 of these Renault Meganes. I raced one of them, Anton Martin another one, and Liam Darwin the third one. So I'm not really sure which one this is, but it's great to see the Megane back on track racing here. Obviously, I've raced both the 2 Audis behind him now, in Karai's car and Litvinovic's car. Litvinovic is the 001 of EKS, the very first EKS Audi Mattias built.
So Karai and Horvath have both gone Joker. The target time 3:21.5.
Went super wide and hit the barrier in the Joker. He's been really quick here in practice. Actually, I said earlier that Yuri Belevsky was the quickest, but Thomas Karai won the second practice. So, I mean, it's his home track, it's his own track.
Yeah.
He should be quick here. Yeah.
So Trepak, who leads, is 19 years old, started last year in Super Touring cars, which is a local category, which you might see on Sunday, actually. Who's that with the misfire?
Misfire from Horvath.
So Horvath has a big misfire coming past the competition. He beat Roman Castorel last year for the Hungarian Championship, and Castorel, if you remember, is another long-time rallycross driver. Litvinovic goes Joker. This is the cover of the drivers behind. What's the gap? It should be enough, 5.5.
Yeah.
So Karai on the inside. If Karai hadn't hit the barrier, Andreas, he'd have held on to that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Karai has been faster. It is his track, so... But Litvinovic is quick as well. These guys have done a lot of testing here on this venue. They've driven a lot of Hungarian rallycross races here as well. They know this track inside out.
This is the shot. This was where Michael de Keersmaker crashed back in 2013. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look at the socials for World Rallycross. Big crash in the old Albertech 208, had a huge shunt. There's the predictor. It says he's going to hold on by 0.4 of a second, but he's got to get right. Andreas, talk us through the Joker.
Yeah, it's full of loose gravel on top, very tight in this section here, and then it turns all the way into a narrow kind of exit. That was a great Joker. By the way, the Megane looks really nice. Looks cool, cool livery, very different, but very cool.
Yeah, super cool. I remember they had orange wheels in the GCK squad. So if you're not familiar with the Megane, it was built by ProDrive, the famous rally team, of course, who most famous, I think, for their Subaru programs over the year, and Aston Martin in GT racing. But they had a look at the rules for rallycross, didn't they? And they were like, you know what? people aren't exploiting this, and they did all sorts of crazy things. Inboard brakes, they just completely broke the rules on it. Unfortunately, they didn't stick around running the car, I think, for long enough to maybe see its true potential.
Yeah, that was a real bummer. Like, what they struggled the most with was the starts. With having the brakes on the inside, all the way to the inside, it's hard to get the squat, it's hard to get the preload correct, but the Trapak here, he won the start, so maybe they figure out something that I haven't seen. So, awesome.
Yeah, good job. Over the line, you can see how much time was lost by Biķernieki and co, because that is a 3:08.4, some 13 seconds up the road. So, Biķernieki, the leader of the European Championship, with a shocker. Don't forget, in his race as well was Rennie Munich, who DNF'd, so there's people with a bit of recovery to do. But it's not like he didn't do that recovery earlier on in the season at Sweden. Trapak takes it, the 19-year-old in the XGCKX Pro Drive Megane. As Andreas said, it is great to see that car back. Litvinovic, who is currently third in the standings.
I also do get some nightmares from looking at it, though. So
yeah, it wasn't your best thing, mate. I remember. Do you remember how many times Liam lost a wheel?
Yes.
Like it was every other race in Finland.
I did put the car on pole position in Barcelona the last race. We finally figured out some key issues, but that was not a great year for me.
There's another look at the start. Look at this. It was a great launch, wasn't it?
That car has a lot of traction. If you
want to go and find out now, don't you? I can see he's itching already to go. We'll find out how he managed to get such a good launch.
But the thing is, the window of that car is very narrow. Way too much speed into the Joker there, but Bakkerud had a complete stop and get going again. Probably lost 2.5 seconds.
World Rallycross is coming up after this. We've got the 2 heats for the FIA World Rallycross Championship round 3, of course. You're looking at Euro RX 1, which is what you would have known as supercar. I'm a bit guilty of still calling it supercar, I'm afraid, Andreas.
Yeah,
you know,
but it is.
Yeah, but it is, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It is a supercar.
It is still supercar. It is. We'll probably get told off later. That's fine. Everything's fine. Timmy Hansen, Kevin Hansen getting themselves suited up. They're down. The pre-grid's a long way from the paddock.
It is. It is. Through a narrow road next to the fans, underneath the tunnel. And yeah,
you can see the tunnel in the background there, and the boys will be getting themselves ready to jump in the cars and head down to the grid. So this is the final race of qualifying for Q1 for European Rallycross Championship. On the inside, Attila Moser, then it's Mika Limatainen, Mark Moser, Nils Volland and Zoltan Koncek. Might be Koncek, if I remember correctly. I will listen to the voice.
Yeah.
Koncek,
I worked with him. He ran the old car of Tommy Karai. Very, very nice guy. He's a gentleman driver, awesome character, very, very quick. Like he started late. He's a bit older, you know, but he's a very big talent. Yeah, I would say.
So he's got natural talent.
And I spoke with Thomas Heiken and Toppy. He's spotting for Mika Limatainen. And he said the same thing about him. Like, Mika is such a nice character or person to work with. Very humble, want to learn, want to understand. Here we go.
Well, let's see what Limatainen can do from slot 2 on the grid. He's second in the championship. If he can win this session, he'd be ahead of Biķernieki, of course, who leads it. Limatainen gets a good start. Wheel spin either side of him for the 2 drivers in the old MJP cars, the 2 Mosers. Limatainen with a mega start out front. Look, 3 wide as they go up into turn 2. That won't work out. And I think it's Volland who's been ended up at the back of the pack. So bad start for Nils Volland. But
it was a good start from Volland, but he got. I think he was a bit cautious. Turn 1 here is tricky too as well. He should have put his elbows out a bit more. But I mean, he's still young. He's still learning.
First year in supercar, he's had no testing. I don't go Joker then. I wouldn't go Joker. No, yes, Volland's had a result there. So Volland with 2 cars Joker in front of him gets himself up to P3. Got to get his head down now, Andreas, and try and get inside that Joker deficit.
Limatainen a little bit wide in turn 8. Comparing with Trapak, he's a little bit ahead if I'm not wrong.
So Limatainen leads. The average Joker time in this is still 4.0 is what we're saying. Up through the left-hander, Volland. We'll check on Volland's progress. Volland was 3.2 off the back of Attila Moser. Attila is the older of the two. Mark Moser is his son. We saw Attila this morning. He's got a 3-month-old baby girl, hasn't he? And 4 months old. Yeah, and he was so proud, wasn't he?
And he told me he's only done 20 laps this year because he's focusing on family. So it's cool that he's doing comeback here at his home track in Nyirád. Great car. It's the ex-MGP car from Max Pusher, from those of you that follow from back in the days. This car was run by Thomas Heikkinen and Kevin Hansen. Very quick cars back in the World Championship.
And they've got different engine spec, I believe. You were talking to the guys this morning. It's not the very latest Pipo, but one evolution back.
Yes. Tons of torque. What is unique with these cars is, let's say you start with 6,000 RPM and they start 7,000. You can drop the RPM on the launch down to 1,500 RPM.
Really?
It still doesn't bug.
Because of the torque?
Yes. It's so torquey and it's such a strong car. The same engine is in the Limitainen Hyundai.
So Limitainen stays out.
As he's doing 46.4, which is over a second slower than Andor Trepak from the previous heat. Trepak was on fire. He did 4 laps bang on.
So the local Hungarian guy said, obviously we wouldn't be aware of him. It's his debut in Euro RX and just doing a brilliant job. 19 years old. They say he's a huge talent. They went and bought the car, bought all the spares for it. I imagine if he wins the session, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
After Q1, I'm gonna head over and ask what did he do in his background, like karting, was it rallying, was it autocross? I know autocross is very, very big here in Hungary. They have some awesome tracks. Also, this track turns out to an autocross track. For autocross.
Yeah, he did do RX3 last year in the Suzuki.
Suzuki.
Limitainen coming out in front, and in the background, look, Nils Volland. I thought Nils might be able to gap a couple of people and might hold on to P4 here. No, slots into P5. So Limitainen takes it 3. 10.9 is not enough. So the 19-year-old Andor Trepak in the Renault Megane takes the session win here, takes Q1 in Euro RX. That is very impressive indeed. Are we seeing a new star here in Hungary? So he's got a history, a couple of years, did an RX3 race and won some of the Hungarian Championship out here as well. Great drive. What a great drive. So Limitainen takes the final race of Euro RX with a 3:10.9 from Konchek, Moser and Volland. Volland with a good start, as Andreas said. We'll have a look at the replays in a moment, but unfortunately he couldn't make it work through the rest of the race. Limitainen gets P2, I think. Is that enough for P2? We don't have all the times on our screen yet. There we are. 3:10.3. No, it's not. He's going to be P3. So yeah, good start by Volland, who's 4th from left, right in the middle of your picture, blue and yellow. But here, look, if you're on the outside, you've got nowhere to go, have you? Yeah,
but at least you should try to push a little bit further. I think earlier you need to get your elbows out there. And I mean, he's still young. It's only his 3rd race in a supercar. So yeah, setting lap times, same lap times as Limitainen. So he was quick, but he needs to up and up. I expected a little bit more, to be honest. Yeah, I think... I'm not sure if I'm putting some pressure here, but I expect more. It's okay, but I think he'll be expecting the same. He'll want to learn as quickly as he can. Yeah. It's got to be step by step. They're not easy things to drive. We know supercars. And, he's a great driver. Yes. RX3, awesome. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. He has a great team behind him, so I'm sure they'll figure out. Of course he will. He'll get there. He'll get there. So Trepak at the minute leads the standings for Euro RX from Litvinovic and Limitainen in P3. Look at that, flags flying in the background here at Hungary as we get ready for the first of the World RX qualifying sessions. Niklas Gronholm, just quickly before we get ourselves started, is a little bit nervous about starting from slot number 3. We've seen there what happens. Even if you get a good start, you've got to get in. It's so hard to read Niklas. I mean, I know, he's so calm. He's great, he's in the past been a little bit up and down on result-wise, and sometimes you can see it on him if he's going to perform or not. Today, I feel that he's a little bit in between, a little bit cautious. Yeah, I think so too. He's got his championship head on, so what's he going to be able to do? Here we go. World RX. So
So we're away then with the first of our 2 qualifying heats. It's an all-electric affair, this one. Remember, it's a random draw for Q1, and that's why drivers end up in positions they're not mad about. Clara Anderson is on the pole, and Clara was second quickest in the second practice session this morning, Andreas. She's been brilliant.
She looks strong. I know CE dealer team has put a lot of effort through the year, testing her a lot. You know, they've done their preparations the right way, and Clara looks strong. She, I spoke with her, I had lunch with her actually, and she looks ready to fight.
First of 4 qualifying sessions for World RX, the same as the other 2 categories. Remember, you get points for your finishing position based on time through the session. On the inside, Clara Anderson. Next to her, Johan Kristoffersson, the 7-time champion, currently P2 in the standings. Gronholm, the championship leader, and Timmy Hansen on the outside. I'd love to see Clara get a banger of a start here. We know that this man's great on the starts. Of course, we're not going to get a comparison here between internal combustion and electric. We'll see that in the next race where both the IC cars are. Visor down for Anderson. It is bright here. She's got her eyes focused on the lights. Let's get them away. 2.6 is the average Joker time for World RX. Green light, very even start. And on the outside, Hansen's got a better one. Kristoffersson, those going to get to turn 1 first. Clara gets in his door. Kristoffersson lights the throttle up, holds on to it. Gronholm up the inside of his teammate. Niklas gone on P4 to P2. Clara Anderson, him side by side. Anderson's got the inside line there, ran through the super fast right-hander. Has Gronholm got there in front of her? They've not spun short. We went to the camera just. I thought we'd missed them at the camera, and they've come through. Gronholm is in front of Anderson with Hansen tucked in behind, but that man is away again.
I'm so impressed by Johan. He knew Q1 is so important to get a good launch, and he beats Clara off the line. Clara normally very, very quick on the reaction time, maybe even the quickest in the field. And of course Johan pulls it out the bag from starting P2 round the outside, just enough, brake perfectly into turn 1.
It couldn't have been more equal between them, could it? And Timmy on the outside looked like he had the best start, but just no way for him to get back in. Clara's gone Joker on the first lap. That's not a bad idea when she's got great lap times from this morning.
That is true. I would say though, it looks like second position on the start grid is better than pole so far today. So yeah, no, it was a great start and a launch by Johan there.
So Johan needs around 2.8 at the minute. Gap is 1.6. He takes another 3/10 out of Niklas on this lap. Niklas goes. They're rotating the car so early into that left-hander, Andreas, on the inside. It's turn number 7.
I just saw Niklas is chasing Johan, and you know when you're behind, you want to brake a little bit later. He just braked a little bit late into turn 8, the hairpin, and then was a little bit too wide all the way around, so he lost a few tenths.
He's got a gap over Timmy. Look of what's the gap between
Timmy and Clara? It's around 3.5.
So that should be enough for Timmy to hold on to it. Oh no, sorry, no, Timmy, 3. Yes, it would be just by 2/10 at the minute. Timmy would hold on. If will he go Joker though or not? Or they're just going to follow each other around? The world guys sometimes just follow each other around and look for times.
Yeah, I think, you know, you don't want to end up being P4 and catch the dust, so I think it's better for Timmy to stay out. He has a little gap up to Niklas, braking deep into the turn 8, and he still got the car settled. Looks good from Timmy there.
Yeah, Timmy's doing well. Kristoffersson leads though by 2.7. We think the delta is 2.8, so everybody's going to have to joke on this final lap except for Anderson. So it's about whether or not Anderson is close enough to Hansen. She's, what is she off now? And the gap's going up.
Yeah, I can just hear on the tyre screen how much they're pushing. Like, it's actually pretty cool to listen.
The screech behind us is.
They're screaming, you know.
They're really leaning on the car. It's the fastest corner is right behind us on the tarmac as they go up the hill. Kristoffersson comes down now. Will split right for the Joker. Look at the difference in the attitude. It's a much less harsh entry into the Joker, isn't it?
And the good thing is, Johan did the right thing. He slows down a little bit more than others into the Joker, have acceleration and straight line braking into the narrow bits. He did a perfect job.
Anderson on the inside of Hansen. Has she got in front of him or not? We can't see. She hasn't. Timmy just holds on. So Johan Kristoffersson takes it. Clara Anderson ends up P4 after Timmy Hansen just gets the merge in front of her. Niklas gone on P2. So our championship front runners separated by 3.7 seconds on this first run, but it is Kristoffersson who sets the benchmark.
45.2 from Johan. That's a very, very quick lap time.
45.1 on the opening lap.
Yeah.
That was with the tag.
Yeah.
That's bonkers, isn't it?
It is.
Maybe the tag helped him. You know,
Yes.
little nudge on the turn into turn one. Did Clara Anderson give him a 1/10 of a second? So 45.1 off the start is ludicrous.
Yeah.
Actually thinking about it, of course, they'll come into that turn quicker, won't they, from the start line? So I guess the 45.2 is the better overall benchmark.
It is. It is.
Look at me thinking out loud.
But it was
Andreas.
a great start. Into turn one, it got tight, like we predicted, with all EV cars together. They're so consistent off the line.
Very, very keen to see what happens with the internal combustion machines next. Now, something that's quite important, Andreas, we look at the replays, is that the tyre clean has been brought back. Now, they haven't had a tyre clean at least the whole of last season.
Oh, that was close in the Joker merge between Clara and Timmy. We didn't see it when we were
No,
live,
yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
Timmy managed to get the job done. So Kristoffersson takes the win. Gronholm, Hansen and Anderson. So, Andreas, we were talking just now about the tyre clean is back. Now, that's not so significant for the electric cars, but it's massively significant for the internal combustion drivers.
And also for us to get the drivers to get confidence off the line and stuff like that, to do a pre-start, to know that you are in the ballpark. Not always the grip is the same when you do the tyre clean as on the actual start line. This is something which is probably hard to understand, but it is different.
Well, it varies. There's rubber down on the start line,
yeah.
but the internal combustion guys need to choose a setting, and it isn't so easy. So having one attempt at it will let them go too high, too low.
With ICE cars, you tend to control throttle, boost, RPM. So there's a lot of like different variation. Whether it's the EV car, they only have like
just a
how much power, you know.
Yeah. So that we're making it harder for them. Those internal combustion cars, we're helping them a bit. Final race of Q1 then, it is World Rallycross Q1 Race 2 on the line. On the inside, we have Juha Rutkinen in the internal combustion Hyundai. Then it's O.C. Vaby in the electric Volkswagen. Then it's Patrick O'Donovan in the internal combustion Peugeot. And on the outside, it's Kevin Hansen in the electric Peugeot. So everybody's keen to see. There's a big dip just after the start line. We've got a little feature for you on that. The and Andreas went and filmed yesterday.
P2 has been strong in the start.
It has.
My expectations I have some expectations on Juha Rutkinen this weekend, to be honest.
Well, let's see if we can get it done. Tuomas Heikkinen, Toppy was thinking it'd be good. You saw Patrick O'Donovan reach down and do the settings on the wheel. Can they get away? It's a good start by Vaby in P2, but Rutkinen's got the inside line. Kevin Hansen comes across right from the outside line. Timmy Hansen, sorry, there's no way for him to get through. He's in the door all the way around the outside here of Vaby. Timmy trying to hold on to P2, but Vaby gets it. Rutkinen wins the start in the internal combustion car. Up the hill, you can see the electric car immediately on the back of him, but he got the start, Andreas. There's hope.
Dude, I love Rallycross. It's such a tight racing into turn one here. It's awesome. I saw just, I don't think the camera saw it.
Oh, Timmy Hansen with a massive moment in the background. Sorry, he was just sideways as he came through. Takes the split to the left-hand side.
In exit of turn one or turn two, up the straight. Ole Christian catched up with Rutkinen and pushed him up the long turn three there. So yeah, it shows the difference here on having gear change and ICE cars compared with EV cars, which has a ton of power in the lower region.
I was talking to the guys, they've taken away, haven't they, 15 kilowatts in the electric cars. They were saying that you don't feel it in the start because there's so much wheel spin, but up a long hill towards the higher speed, that was when you would feel it a bit, but they're so quick up there behind Rutkinen. Rutkinen's going well. What did he do on lap one? Was a 46.8 though. What was Johan? A 45.1. He was 1.7 quicker on the opening lap.
We need to remember this is Juha's first ever time here in Nyirád.
Yes, huge shout.
Kevin, Timmy, you know, Ole Christian, Johan, everyone has been here testing, they've been here racing, they know the track inside out. This track is very, very challenging. It has a few small bits and pieces. They didn't get their V-Box to run this morning, so they have no data to look at. So, you know, it's not that easy.
Rutkinen, look at the minute, is going to lose out to Vaby, who's joking and is sitting in P3. So Vaby coming over the crest in third place. There is your danger man.
7 from Vaby and 46.3 from Juha. So Vaby is going fast.
So is that? I was going to say,
like
Vaby. Yeah, Rutkinen. Why have they backed up? Rutkinen's got a problem. So Rutkinen's got a problem. He runs wide. Both two cars. I saw them get together as a train from the rear shot. So Juha Rutkinen with an issue.
I believe a slow puncture right front.
Patrick O'Donovan surely going to go up the inside of him as well. No, he doesn't just yet. And Rutkinen's still got a joker, so that's costing O'Donovan. O'Donovan up the inside, gets it done. So Patrick O'Donovan up a position. Is it Kevin or Timmy?
Kevin.
Kevin. I was thinking Timmy at the start. Kevin, I got it all wrong. It's fine.
Timmy was in the previous heat. And, you know,
so
this relationship between KMS and Hansen, always a big fight in between them, especially this year. It's, you know, it's a lot of fuss in the background on podcast and not podcast. And
well,
whatever,
Kevin said he'd be aggressive at the start, and he was. Yeah, I always get myself confused with those two because the cars are as identical as they could possibly be. But there we go. Everything's fine. Kevin leading from Baby, but Kevin, of course, hasn't Joker and Baby has. He goes Joker now. I think, is O'Donovan going to get him? Yeah. Watch for O'Donovan versus Kevin Hansen. So in the inside line, O'Donovan coming down the hill now. You can see, and he is. So Patrick O'Donovan going to get P2 here. Kevin Hansen ends up third. He tries for the outside line. Patrick will surely keep it tight here. Kevin gives him a bumper rub on the way into the final corner. O'Donovan parks it. OC Baby crosses the line. 3:06 was the time to beat, and it's a 3:10 for Baby. So the front runners of Gronholm and Kristoffersson were very quick in that first race. The start was won by Rutkinen, then a tech issue. So
yeah, I must say Patrick has some good lap times in there. I would like to see him tidy up his driving a little bit. He's making too many small mistakes, which doesn't put him up there in the fight right now.
Ola Christian Baby takes the win, so the KMS cars win both races, but Baby's time only good enough for P3. Having said that, he's only 3/10 behind Gronholm, so it was super close to a 1-2 for KMS. Kristoffersson at the top of the table. Timmy Hansen gets fourth. Clara, Patrick, Kevin Hansen, Rutkinen is the overalls. So Rutkinen with that issue is at the bottom of the table, as you can see. That's a bit of a shame. Look at that at the minute. The internal combustion cars are struggling a bit, but I think, as you said, Andreas, it's fair to say that they haven't got much experience of it yet. No, that's true. It takes time. This track is very challenging. It has a lot of few points that you need to nail to go to be able to go fast here. We're just joined now by Anton Marklund here in the studio, which is a spotter for Clara. This weekend?
No, actually not. I'm lucky. I don't need to speak on the radio anymore. I'm just doing performance, helping them out to be as quick as possible. What about this start? Kevin was super aggressive from the outside. In front, Rutkinen had managed to get away. So we know the IC car's got the launch, but Andreas, as you said, and as you'll be looking at, Anton, Rutkinen's not been here before, and then we think he's had a puncture. It's a hard track to learn. It is, yeah, but it's one of the most fun tracks to drive. Yeah. But there is so much commitment needed to be quick out here. Exactly what Anton is saying, commitment, because in the beginning it feels tight down the hill into turn number 6 and 7. Down there, the first times it's like, oh God, this is fast. Yeah. No, but it is a lot of commitment that is needed, but it is also so easy to be just slightly overcommitted through 7 and then bringing a bit too much space or speed into 8, and then you're just losing everything. Yes. Johan Kristoffersson leads the standings after Q1 from Niklas Gronholm and OC Baby. Then it's Timmy Hansen, Clara Anderson, Patrick O'Donovan, Kevin Hansen. Juha Rutkinen with that issue is at the bottom of the table, but he'll be fighting back through the weekend. Well, a decent first qualifying session, I think, from here in Hungary. The fans have got the air horns in the background. The atmosphere here is mega. I've thrown water down myself. I don't think you can see. I'll have a quick drink. I'll be clever. But no, I wasn't clever. I threw the water all down myself instead. But that's fine. You guys are here to do the clever stuff. Anton, we'd love to see you back out in a car as a European champion very recently. Can we persuade you to go racing again? Is there an opportunity at some point? Yes. Come on, Anton. Try it. No, well... I'm not saying no forever, but it needs to be something good in that way. You're telling us there's a chance. There is always a chance. I think it would be stupid to say no, but at the moment I also feel very happy with what I have achieved in the past. And rightly so. Yeah, and to be honest, now when I stopped racing rallycross last year, doing some touring car or circuit racing, I didn't really missed rallycross that much, and then now being here working, I realized that I really missed the rallycross. I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions. It's the best thing in the whole world, but it's not exactly the driving I'm missing. I really enjoy working like I did with in Portugal. I was the spotter for Niklas. Yeah. That was something completely new to me. Actually, I was the spotter for Andreas in Höljes in a show race or whatever it was called. But first time being that, seeing that part of the world as well is quite interesting, and now being performance engineer for Clara, and trying to help her and figure out in what ways I can describe things to make her quicker.
Are you seeing stuff that you kind of now see from the other side from when you were the driver? Like, is it giving you a fuller picture?
Yeah, and I think I had a lot of respect for the engineers and stuff that I was working in the past, but now being here as well, I have even more like respect for their work. It's hard work in that room, and it's also so much psychology and all that stuff that I have realized now that they have been done to me all my career and never realized. But now I realize.
Yeah, it's a lot. The pressure is such a hard job, isn't it? It's such a hard job. Right. So later on today, 3 p.m. we have RX3, 3:25 we have RX1, and 3:45 will be the World Rallycross Championship. So the whole of Q2 is coming up live later on today. My thanks to Andreas Bakkerud here in the studio, Anton Mock, and all the other guests we've had as well. Please remember, you can see every single session, all the qualifying, all the different categories all weekend. So stay with us all weekend. Make sure you share it on social media. We'll see you this afternoon.